D. Mowat has a story here, which I'm going to tell, which will impact his presentation today and why he's doing this work. 20 years ago, Lee's life took a profound turn. A software engineer by day, his routine changed forever when a severe motor vehicle accident left him with a shattered body, head injuries, damaged organs, a punctured lung, and a pulverized leg. Emerging from a 2-week coma, he defied the prognosis of never walking on his right leg again. Witnessing his body's remarkable healing process, he became fascinated by its recuperative abilities and went into a deep study of the factors contributing to this phenomenon. In his 60s, he is also hearing about much pain connected with friends and family getting older. This too needed to be understood more deeply. The combination of healing and aging in the American culture set the direction for his post-retirement passions and energy. He's produced a mini documentary for public TV called New Age Aging. He currently produces a podcast called The Aging Academy, where listeners gain insights on how to grow older without growing old. He hosts a YouTube channel where you can see him perform strength tests and stunts demonstrating his unique approach to fitness. And he also offers speeches and interviews that help in delivering an empowered message on aging and respect for the wisdom of elders. So my question for this panel is, can you tell us what drew you to the work you do to help others, to thrive and heal? And can you share a story about a time that you knew that this was sacred work?
The accident that was referred to there was a devastating one, a painful one, but it was one of the biggest blessings of my life. And I refer to it that way, and people are confused why such a painful, emotionally and physically painful moment during that months of recovery and all the rest of that stuff was such a blessing to my life. I saw so much there. I watched my body do things that I didn't think a body could do. I saw others healing along with me. I spoke with soldiers coming back from war and watched them heal. Healing became a fascination for me. The recuperative powers of the body became such a fascination to me. I dug into it quite heavily. And I began to see what allowed a person to heal and what made healing a challenge for a person, and sought to come up with the factors that would help me predict the success a person would have in his journey to heal. When a person speaks positively to the future, when a person has a level of spirituality, when a person sees more in the moment than what is presently in the moment, these things speak well for his ability to heal. And I was, going around helping people to understand what lies inside themselves. Now, for me, I had a pulverized leg, head injuries and things of that sort, and watching that all come back together, something was going on, and I just had to discover it. I just had to discover it. But further than that, throughout that recovery, I think I had my accident when I was 54 years old, but my friends around me were all getting older and were really starting to complain about this. I mean, I don't know how you complain about getting older. It's just a natural process to me. I just had a different attitude about getting older. I saw a 400-year-old tree, and I saw how wise that tree was. And then I saw my 60-year-old friends complain about getting older, wise like a tree. And I just didn't understand how we could, be so pained by getting older when it's such a natural gift-giving process. And so I went around studying the American culture, how it sort of devalues aging, how it sort of pushes aside the elder, and I started to deliver an empowering message to defy the stereotypes, so I started producing a TV series that was trying to give a new message to what aging was all about. And then I started to do my podcast, was again delivering a message of growing older without ever growing old. And I made a very big distinction between old and older. We all grow older, but we don't have to grow old. And I started to live this message myself and saw benefits for me in doing so. I started to return to my youthful gymnastics and started to gain strength that I just didn't know that my body was capable of, and was able to do things that well, surprise people for a person my age. I'm now 73 years old.
Oh.
So, and you know, like, it was amazing to me what comes from the human spirit. But I'm not the only one. There are others like me. I collected a group of what I call silver inspirations to hold a model of what getting older could or should be like. And I try and be one of them myself, you know. But there are many people out there who give a perfectly good example of what being older in the 70s and 80s and even 90s could and should be about. So this continues to be my passion, and I look forward to impacting and giving this message to as many people as I can. While I was in the hospital and talking to other hospital patients who were also accident survivors, although at the time I was specializing in talking with accident survivors because I wanted them to realize that the way they came from that accident was not how they would be in a year or two, and that the moment presented something different than time and patience would give them, and that in every bed there is always a good. Something I heard many, many years ago from my father that has stuck with me so long and has served me so well, that the master is not the one who has the best circumstance, who has the best marriage, the best health, the best anything. He is the one who makes the best of any circumstance. And I've used that in my own healing and to just reach out to others to help them understand that their circumstance is there to change, to challenge, and to grow. And the growth of, you know, the growing aspect of challenge is so ubiquitous. We grow from our challenges. We do not grow as much from our joys as we do from our challenges. So I wanted to speak with those who are facing challenging situations, because there is where the growth happens. So.